Hello, everyone, and welcome to this first ever episode of the Division One check-in for the Georgia Conference. In this podcast, we'll kind of give an introduction to the competition at the Division One level and what it means to the Georgia Conference. Now, Division One is currently the entry-level point for new teams to enter the UPSL men's competitive structure. There are exceptions to this rule, but we'll go into that and expand upon that in future check-in episodes for Division One. But another purpose for Division One is to qualify for postseason and then compete to earn promotion to the Premier Division. This is the mechanism used for that. So this is the essence of promotion and relegation in the UPSL. It's an internal mechanism between divisions, not between leagues. That's a very important distinction. And so if you're a Division One team coming in, this is the method you do use. And like I say, in future episodes, there are exceptions to that rule that will map out for you. But there is another function for Division One for the clubs that are participating, and that is for those clubs who have multiple teams, a second, maybe even a third team in the case of LSA, for instance. And since you can't have more than one team from the same club in Premier, then they compete in Division One, but they're not going to be able to be promoted. And so what you have are sort of a proving ground situation where players that are not a part of the first team can earn their way to that first team by playing in a competitive structure in Division One. So it becomes, like I say, a proving ground for those players, also an outlet to give sort of a pathway back for players that have been injured from the first team to play in the second team in Division One, but they're competing along with other teams who are trying to get promoted. So it's a very compelling structure and competition that happens with that. So speaking on structure, let's go down the setup in the Georgia Conference. And just an FYI, each conference in the UPSL can be quite different when it comes to the setup of Division One, and that's determined by a number of different factors that we also will go into in future podcasts for Division One. But in Georgia, there are two divisions, much like the Premier. There's a North and a South division. In the Georgia North, there are 11 teams that participate. In the South division this season, there are 10. And so that number can go up or down depending on the availability of teams and whether or not teams can qualify or not. So there is a fluidity that can occur with Division One because of the flexibility that we do have, which allows more teams to participate and have a little bit more freedom about the way that they participate. And at some time, we'll also talk about the A-League, which the Georgia Conference does not have yet, but it's another division that's going to be added on to the conference at a future time. So I guess many would want to know the most important thing is how does the promotion system work in the Georgia Conference? And so we'll kind of start with that as far as what the goals are for these teams, what they're trying to get to as we go to the postseason structure. And so there are 2 promotion spots each season that are available for teams that are awarded promotion to the Premier for the next season. And so the way it works, of course, we have the 2 different divisions, so North and the South, as I said before. And at the end of the season, you're going to have a first place team in the North and a first place team in the South. And so those teams are going to end up playing here in this promotion playoff. The winner of that one-off game will earn promotion. And so they've gone through the season. They've ended in first place. They get the first place regular season trophy. They play in this game for a promotion spot. There's no trophy for this one. The trophy is winning a spot in the promotion in the Premier for the following season. Now, after this game is over, the losing team still has an opportunity for promotion because at that time you go through the division playoffs. So that team enters the division playoffs. So this is a typical setup for postseason division playoffs, similar to the Premier. And then, of course, the winner of the division playoffs will go on to also qualify for the Premier Division for the following season. And if it so happens that the winner of the promotion playoff also wins the division playoff, then the runner-up will be the second team that'll go through. Now, interestingly enough, teams that are second teams cannot qualify to be promoted, even if they win the division playoffs. So it will always fall to the next available qualified team that can be promoted to the Premier Division for the following season. So now that we've gone over the general structure of Division I in the Georgia Conference, we'll look at the competition as it has started so far. We've gone 2 rounds, and we'll look at the table in the North first of all in Division I. Chattanooga FC, of course, in pole position there after 2 rounds, tied with Dalton United, a team that was in Premier, and they voluntarily dropped down to Division I through the reason of reorganizing the club. They had new coaching, a lot of new faces there, but they're going to be competing to be promoted back in this season. Georgia Athletic, a team that was relegated last season through the competition, looking to get their way back up right now. I've only played 1 game, but they did win that game, and so they're in the top half of the table. New teams, Mableton FC, Cleveland United FC, both winners in their first 2 weeks here. And so they're bubbling up the table a little bit. LSA Mustangs 2, of course, the sister team of LSA Mustangs in the North Division of the Premier, are also there. North Georgia United coming in, and Atlanta Ignite FC. All of those teams from Georgia Athletic down to there on 3 points right now. Teams to have yet to pick up a point is Scenic City FC 2, of course, the second team of Scenic City and Premier. Club the Strongest, who took a couple of seasons off a few seasons ago, but they are a former Premier Division team that came back in now trying to get themselves promoted back to Premier through the competition. Had a slow start so far after 2 games, but much like, just like Premier, they do have a 10-game season. So there's quite a ways to go for them to start getting themselves back up the table. And then, of course, Lithonia City FC, another new team in Division I, at the bottom right now after 2 games. And they got their work cut out with them, for them with the goal difference there of a -10. So they got a lot to turn around there, and I'm sure the coaching staff there is looking to work that out. But that's what you do in Division I. You learn your ways about your team. A lot of these teams are brand new, and so they're having to get themselves structured. So it's a very interesting competition in Division I. But that's only the North Division. We'll look at the South Division of Division I. Columbus Elite 2. This is a team that's the second team of the FC Columbus in Premier. As you see, they're in first place. They're looking forward to a trophy. New team, Lake Country United FC, are right there tied in first place, also with 2 wins after 2 rounds. They will be playing AFA Academy tomorrow on ASMGtv. So you can check out Division I action on ASMTV. And so that should be an interesting one. AFA Academy is formerly branded FC Atlanta. They have previous experience in Premier and professional coaching there. So they're looking to get themselves earning a place in the Premier by next season. And of course, Augusta soccer team are coming into their second season here in Division I. They're in 4th place on 3 points, tied with Columbus Night Eagles, who are also on 3 points. Former Premier Division team, Atlanta City FC, who left the league mid-season a couple of seasons ago, have had a turnaround and come back, and they had to enter through Division I. But they have a draw on the cards after 2 rounds, a draw and a loss. And so they have a ways to go as the season gets underway. Calera FC, a team out of Alabama, are coming in below them, and LSA Norcross Pro 2, another LSA team. This one is based off of the Norcross Pro from Premier. and are in 8th. And of course, Middle Georgia and Albion SC U23s are down at the bottom. Now, Albion had a forfeit in their only game that was scheduled due to a personnel issue at the game. And so they're putting themselves kind of in a hole here. But long season ago, it's just their first weekend. So we'll see what they can do to turn those things around. And so we have a whole slate of games coming up in Division One on the weekend, and we'll start by reviewing those in the different groups here. In the North Division of Division One, Atlanta Ignite will be hosting Cynic City FC2 at 4 o'clock. Cleveland United FC, a 6 o'clock game, hosting Mableton FC. And then on Sunday, April 12th, Dalton United FC will be hosting Chattanooga FC. That should be a really good game too, probably of the two top teams so far in the North Division. Should be very entertaining for those who attend that match. And of course, Lithonia City FC will be hosting Club the Strongest, Los Tigres, at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Over on the south side of the division, we have Columbus Night Eagles FC at 4 o'clock hosting FC Columbus Elite 2. LSA Norcross Pro 2 will be hosting Albion SC Atlanta U23. And then Middle Georgia FC will be hosting Calera at 6 p.m. And then at 7:30, the game of the week in Division 1 for ASMGtv, Lake Country United FC will be hosting AFA Academy at 7:30. So that'll be the rundown of the games coming up. And as I said before, we do have a ASMG feature match in Division 1. That's going to be up there at Greene County Stadium in Greensboro, Georgia. Tune in and check out that match, see all the emerging talent. Lake Country so far perfect on the season. AFA right on their coattails, trying to jump ahead of them, and anything can happen in this competition here. So check out the broadcast on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and click that notification bell, and you will get notifications of all the action that we cover in the Premier in Division 1, and coming up soon, the women's division. So thank you for checking this out. It's been a quick one. We just wanted to check out Division 1. We're going to go into a lot more depth and have some guests on, interviews with some of the coaches, even Patrick Roach, the Division 1 manager, so that you can learn a little bit more about what's going on in Division 1, a very vital piece of the conference and the support for the Premier. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week.